What is simple decision making? That means it will have one alternative. Suppose we are creating so HTML. Okay. Now here we are designing a page, and we will give here login screen, a data list, user login, data term, so user ID, and or we will do one thing. We will take yesterday's example only. Yesterday's example payment we have learned. Which one? Yesterday's example was payment. In JavaScript examples, we designed payment example. Operators, statements, yeah. This one. This is the example we designed. In this example, card number, CVV, expiry, all this. What we done here is when user enters, we are disabling. Now, after pay button is clicked, so I will remove all this logic. I will remove all this logic. Just we will write only one. I will remove all the events. Okay. We are removing all the events. Fine. And disabled also we will remove. That means user can enter all of them. Okay. Now user can enter card number, CVV, expiry. And when user clicks pay, I should verify that all three are matching. Then generally what is the habit is on click, pay click, and below this I will keep a heading ID as MSG. On pay click, function pay click. On pay click we have to verify. We have to verify all the details. Then first we are collecting card from document element by ID txt card dot value. Another we have CVV get element by ID txt CVV dot value. Expiry document get element by ID LST expiry dot value. Right. Now here we will write a condition. This condition is if card is matching with user details dot card number, and so CVV is matching with user details dot CVV. Again, and all three should match. Expiry is matching with user details dot expiry. User details dot expiry. If all are matching, what should happen? If all are matching, document dot write, I will say payment success. This message should display. So I will just put a heading payment success. Otherwise, else we will access that also, where msg document dot get element by id, msg and here msg dot inner html. Here we will say what? Invalid details. Now the question here is, you can see I am entering the card number, this one, copy. So I am entering card number, I am entering CVV, and I am selecting this. I click pay, invalid details. But what is invalid? That is not clear. That is the reason this is not good for displaying what is the problem occurred in the page. So that is why I told you in the last session, don't try to check all conditions in one line. Here we are checking all conditions in one line. This is simple decision. So this is simple decision. So we have a forward jump, and in this we have only if condition. We have simple decision. Simple decision, we have if condition and statement on true, and else we have statement on false. But what is problem here is, if you are checking multiple conditions in one line, then the report will display that invalid, but which one is invalid, it is not clear. That is example. This is example. Let me keep this example. But this is simple decision. So here what is note? If you are using multiple conditions in one if container, then result will display. So then error result will display same for all errors. For all errors, error result will display same. So that is the point and the problem. So then what you can do is, you can use multi-level decisions. You can use multi-level decisions. Multi-level decision means here you can define if. So multi-level decision is if you have condition 1. If condition 1 is true, if it is true, and if it is false, here we have to write statement if condition 1 false. If it is true, then you check another condition. So this is condition 2. Then check second condition. And if this condition is true, and else if that condition is false, that means you have to define statement if condition 2 false. Here we have to define statement if both conditions true. Why? Because if condition 1 is true, then only it will come to 2. That means if both conditions are true, then it will define here. So we are writing multi-level conditions. We are writing multi-level. What is the purpose of multi-level condition? The purpose of multi-level condition is to identify every problem clearly. Here the problem is we are unable to identify which one is error. Is a card number is error, CVV error, expiry error? We are unable to tell that because it will show same error for all of them. Then what we will do now, see here what we are doing here is remove this now. Now first step, what you have to do is first check if card is matching with user details dot card. If not matching, else, if not matching, msg dot inner html, what should be the message? Because you are verifying card details, so that means invalid card number. That is the message. If card is matching, then what should I do? If card is matching, then again if here again we are satisfying the previous concept also. Previous concept means it will not verify CVV until it verifies card. That condition also satisfied now. That means it will come to next here if CVV is equal to user details dot CVV. If not matching, then what? That means there is problem in CVV. That means message dot inner HTML invalid CVV. Invalid CVV. If it is matching, then what? Another if. This time expiry is matching. Expiry is matching with user details dot expiry. If it is not matching, then what? If expiry is not matching, then msg dot inner HTML, this is invalid expiry year. If this is also matching, that means card is matching, CVV is matching, and the user details expiry is matching, all are matching. Then we will put document dot write and a heading, say payment success. So this message should display. This message should display. And if any problem occurred, this inner HTML, this one should display out. We'll keep style as color red. Okay. Now you can see now I entered the card number. Let's copy this. Okay. I'm entering card number, I'm entering CVV and year. So pay, then it says invalid CVV. That's good. Suppose card number itself wrong, then it will not verify CVV. You see, first it will verify card number. If card number is correct, then it will verify CVV. So if CVV is 2345, CVV is also correct, then it will verify expiry. It will not verify expiry until CVV is correct. Suppose CVV is correct, card number is wrong, then it will display invalid card. So card number is correct, CVV is correct, invalid expiry. Expiry is also correct, then pay. This is good. Here, two conditions satisfied. One is it will not verify CVV and expiry until card is correct. That is good. And it will clearly display where the problem is. That means same thing you can achieve. Same thing means verifying all the details are matching or not. We can do in one line. So we can report a problem, invalid details, but there is no clarity in that problem. What is invalid? Not clearly known. That is the reason always use this multi-level. So this is called multi-level decision making. This is multi-level decisions. That means inside the if, another if, in that if, another if, like that you can go several levels. There is no point like how many levels of if I can write. So you can configure any levels. So technically this comes under multi-level decision making. We call this as multi-level decision making, right? So we have simple decision, we have forward jump, and we have multi-level decisions. There is another option here, multi-level decisions. There is another option. Another option is multiple choices. Multiple choices are there. Multiple choices means, for example, user have to log in. If user have to log in, then two choices I am giving. Either he can log in with email or mobile. That means he can use any one of them. But if he is logging with email, login will happen, but notification will be sent to email saying that you logged in your account. But he logged in with mobile, then we will send an OTP to mobile. That means for the same work, two choices are there. He can use any one. Then how do we know which one he used? Is it mobile login, or is it email login, or is it user ID login? You can have multiple. That means a website can give choices. For example, you see here Amazon. In Amazon sign in, you can see it is asking email or mobile phone number. That means you can log in with email or log in with mobile. Two choices for same purpose. But important is, if I use email, then a different notification will go. If I use mobile, another notification will come. That means for same purpose, there can be several choices. How you will write this now? How to write multiple choices? Generally, multiple choices are defined in this way. If this is choice 1. If choice 1 is matching, so here we have to define statements matching. Else, if this is choice 2, this is choice 2. So this is second choice. If this second choice is matching, then statements matching 2. This is statements matching 1. So that means you have two choices. User can go with 1 or user can go with 2. So else, again, if you can give, this is choice 3. A user can use a third choice. Then here statements matching 3. Statements matching 3. Else, that means if statements not matching, statements, so other, if choice is not among 1, 2, 3. If choice is not among 1, 2, 3, among 1, 2, 3, what should happen? Then we have to give else. This is called multiple choices. That means user can go with first choice or second choice or third choice, like that any. So the point is, for same work, you are giving several choices. That is what actually multiple choice. So let's see how this works, means how it handles. Let's design this page. Amazon sign in like page. Okay, so where is password? Password it will ask after user ID or email or phone number correctly entered, right? Then we will implement this here. Amazon login. Okay, let's create this example. So Amazon login. Here some lot of work related to styles, link relation style sheet, href node modules, bootstrap, this css bootstrap dot css. Okay, and here we need to add, yeah, container fluid. Okay, so div, this is the class deflex, justify content center, align items center, align items center. Okay, so and I will give height, style height, some 400 pixel. Okay, so in this we have a div, and this is actually having another div. This is having an ID called, this is ID container, user container. Okay, another div, this is having ID password container, user container, password container. Two containers are there. In user container, we will display label, and here I will keep a heading. So sign in. Okay, and label. So we have class form label, and this is email. I am defining here some bold. Okay, here I will define email or mobile phone number. That's what they given there. Huh? Yeah. In that we have a div, input type is equal to text. So class as form control. And here I will define ID as txt user. Okay, that is one option. And below this, I will keep another container. This is div and class as margin bottom 2 or 3. Okay. And here we have another div class margin bottom. Yeah, and there is nothing below this. So I will just keep a button here. Class BTN warning and W100. And this is the div. Okay, style width as some 400 pixel. This is the general details we have. 300, fine. And here I will give button as continue. This is continue button. We designed this one. So you can enter email or mobile phone number, then you can click on continue, right? So now what we have to do, after they successful, then it will ask another. This is label. So, and bold, class as form label. This is inside a div. Okay. Class as margin bottom 2. And here I will give the text is, so your password. So input type is equal to password and class as form control. Right, this is password. Okay. And we have a button div, and we will put a button. So this is class btn and btn, warning and w100. W100, this is login. Okay, and this container, the login container style display as none. I'm using display as none. It's not there. That is when number or email are correct, then only password will come. So below this div, so we will keep another div. So that is inside the text box only. Here I will keep another div. So ID as LBL user user error class text danger. So here for password also a div ID is equal to, so password error. So and here I will keep same class text danger and ID as txt password. Okay, so now this is the option we have to achieve. Now remember, after successfully entered password, means user ID and password, I have to get information about what they used for login. Have they used email or have they used mobile? I need to know this, right? I have to verify mobile, I have to verify email, and I have to remember which one I verified, right? Then I have to send notification to that. That is important. So what we have to do here, actually we will write a script. In the script we will define var user details. User details have user email is some john at the net gmail.com. That is some his email. And user details have mobile. So mobile is +919876543210. That is his mobile. And his password is some john at the net 12. That is. Now we have to verify whether he entered email or mobile. First, we have to write a function for continue click. Function for continue click. That means the continue button. This is continue button on click. On click, continue click. We have to use that continue click. Here, first point is, here we need globally some details. We are creating var flag. Flag is a string. Flag contains information about what they have used for login. Is it mobile or is it email? That I will keep on flag, right? Now here we have to access var. Now first we need to get user label, form label. Yeah, here we have to get user. User is txt user. So user is equal to document dot get element by id txt user dot value. Okay, first another one, user error. where user error is equal to document dot get element by id user error. Okay, that is div. We have to verify if if uh, user if user is matching with, that means equal to user details user details dot email. If it is matching with email, then I will put flag. I will put the flag. In the flag, I will put a message. So hello. So, or I will simply put a message in notification. So login success, and notification sent to your email, and that email is whatever they entered in user. This will do login success and notification sent to your email, right? This is the flag if he entered email and it is matching. That means he entered email and that is matching. If he entered mobile, then I have another condition here. So that is else if, another condition. Another condition, if user is matching with user details with the mobile. If it is matching with mobile, then flag will display message login success OTP sent to your mobile, right? Mobile and the mobile number. I will get the mobile number. It is in user. That means we are doing two different works. Actually, I am showing only message, but we do those works. Sending SMS, sending email. Actually, for that, we need several third-party integrations. We have to purchase SMS. We have to integrate SMS APIs. We can send SMS. For that, lot of server-side works will be there. Later, one introduction I will give how they are done. As of now, we are just flagging a message. Okay. Now, if email is not matching, mobile is not matching, then else what should happen? If two choices I given, both choices not matching, then what we have to do? Here we have to define a message. That means document user error dot inner HTML. I should display invalid email or mobile. Like this, I can define invalid or mobile. So they have to enter correct email or mobile. That message we will display there. One more important is if they entered successfully email or entered successfully mobile, this flag will be there. After that, what we will do is we will collect a container called password container document get element by ID. That is password container. Okay. And one more container, user container document get element by ID user container. Two containers are there. Now, if email is entered successfully or mobile entered successfully, then what should happen is user container dot display dot style dot display should be none, and password container dot style dot display is equal to block. Same should happen if they entered correct mobile also, same, right? So otherwise it will display that message. That means now you can see here I am entering email or mobile. Suppose I am entering 98765432110. and click on continue, invalid email or mobile. If they entered correct, so +91 and continue, then it will get password. So that means we are changing the containers. We are changing the containers. So we are displaying the containers. So here it will ask mobile or phone. I'm entering John at the net some yahoo.com and click continue, invalid email. I entered correct email, so gmail.com, then you can see password. And here very important is this is working fine, continue is working fine. Now password should be verified when user clicks the password button, login button. That means another function. What is it? Login click. Login click is another function. On login click, what should happen? On login click, we have to verify password only. That means where password is equal to document get element by ID, txt password dot value. And here I will define one more where password error. So document get element by ID, password error. Okay, and here we will write if password is matching with user details dot password, then what should happen? Then so document dot write, I have to display the flag which I copied. The flag I created on mobile login, email login, that flag should display. We have to display the flag. So here I can display, suppose in a different style. So what I can do here is I can use a header. Okay. And here I can use the flag. Heading close, heading close. Like this I am defining. Else what should happen? If it is not matching with password, then password error dot inner HTML, it should say invalid password. That is important. So now you can see here. So we have to say login click. So here button on click is equal to login click. Login click is the function, right? Now here we are defining the ID, some John at the net, some gmail.com. This is invalid, Gmail. Okay, continue. Password, some John I entered and it is invalid password. I entered John at the net 12, then click login, then it says login success and notification sent to email because they have used email for login. Okay, let's log in with mobile line. So +91, so +91 876543210. So if anything wrong, then it will say invalid mobile. Mobile is correct. Then password. Password is same for email or mobile. Password is same. Password is John at the net 12 and click on login. Then OTP sent to mobile. Now we have a different message for confirmation whether they used email or whether they used mobile. That means for same work, we have to give many choices, multiple choices. That is what we can do by using else if. So we have nested, that means multi-level and multiple. Multi-level means inside if, another if. Right? Multiple means else if. You can write several choices. This is one very important option for handling this kind of examples. This is an example. We achieved a simple screen like Amazon signing, right? So that is how we have verified. You can use arrays. You can write through arrays. I already showed you for loop. Na? Create a JSON file, put all users details. User contains email, mobile, and password. Fetch from JSON, verify those details using a loop iterator. Any user can log in with his email and password, or mobile or password, but we have to catch which one he entered. Is it email or mobile? This is called multiple choices. We have this multiple choices. So if can be in several ways. What is the summary? One is forward, forward, forward jump. We have simple decision. So we have multi-level decisions, or people also called nested, or people also call them as ladder, ladder if, nested if, and all this. And we have multiple decisions, multiple decisions. This is one important. Now, actually, we have a problem in multiple decisions. We have problem in multiple decisions. What is problem in multiple decisions is, the problem is nothing but you given 10 choices. He entered 7th choice. Then it will not check directly 7th. It will check all 6 up to 7. After 7, it will not check 8, 9, 10. But before that, it will check all. That is time waste. So why you are checking 1 to 6 if it is matching with 7? Because it cannot directly check 7. That means here the problem is you entered here email and mobile. Suppose you entered mobile. Even you entered mobile, first it will check email matching or not. After that, it will come to mobile matching or not. If you are entering mobile, why to check email? That is time waste process. Out of 2 choices you are doing, it's okay, fine. But if there are several choices and user have to make one, then this is not good. This is not good. So then what is the solution is we can use a switch selector. We can use a switch selector. What is problem in this? I will tell you. See, let's create a simple option for understanding the problem in multiple choices. So here, switch. Right. Here I am defining a simple script. Yeah. Let's write a simple decision making here. Function F1. Okay, we call the function F1. And here we are writing var x equal to 3. So I am writing if x equal to 1, document dot write 1. It have to print 1. Else if x equal to 2, then document dot write 2. Else if x equal to 3, document dot write 3. So else I am defining document dot write. So please enter 1, 2, 3 only. So like this I define. Now see here, I'm giving, suppose 1. You can see it is working fine, 1. Let's do one thing here. Open, right click, go to inspect. In inspect, what you have to do is, in inspect, go to sources category. You have to select sources. So sources. In sources, you will see in JavaScript examples folder, you have a switch HTML, open it, double click. This is switch code. In this switch code, in that switch code, there are line numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4 line numbers. Click on the line number anywhere. Then it will put a breakpoint. This is called breakpoint. Breakpoint is nothing but now the compiler will pause here. That means when a developer is writing the code, he can check every line one by one while executing. While compiling and executing, he can check line by line. Which line, what result it is returning, what problem occurred in that line. We can notice everything by keeping breakpoints. You can put more than one breakpoint, another breakpoint somewhere here. Or you just put one, you click again on line number, breakpoint will be removed. It will be removed. Only one breakpoint is there. And at line number 4, I stopped there. After you put the breakpoint, now once refresh the page. Once you refresh the page, you can see here, the page output is empty. And you see that it is paused here now. You can see here, it is stopped here. You can see it is stopped in this location. Actually, what will happen is, you can observe now, X value is how much? 1. It is matching with 1. It is matching with 1. After that, you click this button. So you can click this button. That means step over button, the second button. Okay. When you click that step over button, it will go to second step. Second step is it is print this line. First step is it is verifying the condition. After that, it will go here. Second step. You click step over. Then it will come out because it's satisfied. And you can see output is printed. Now you just click this button. Once you finish, you can click this button. This button indicates it will end the script. So, and it finish. That's okay. That is fine because currently it is matching with what? 1. Let's go and make the change in X is 3. After making 3, one more time refresh now. Okay. So when you refresh here in the sources, where is it? I will close this bundle. Yeah. The page system, file system is, yeah, it is printing. Let's inspect. Yeah. So here in the sources, we will go into this and you can see that number now, right? You can see here the line number. Yeah. Once refresh here now, you can see output is currently empty. Empty output is, it is pausing here. See, X value is 3, but it is checking the first condition, X equal to 1. Observe carefully here. X is 3 comparing with 1. Okay, click step over. When you click step over, it is not matching. Then it will go to second condition. It is checking second condition. Second condition is 3 is equal to 2. It's also not matching. Then it will go to third condition. If my condition is matching with 19, and there are 20 conditions, then it will check 18. That is time waste. So this is not good idea. So now it is matching with 3. It will enter into that 3. Then it will execute that 3. Then it will finish. It will finish. But this is not good. So it is verifying every condition. Then what is the solution? The solution is we can go with the switch.
Switch advantage is it will select only which is matching. Only which is matching, it can select that and it can execute. Actually, switch is a selector. Actually, switch is a selector. Generally, why it is called switch? First, the definition is important. Why it is called switch? Switch can solve this problem actually. Why it is called switch? Because in electronics, switch is used to control the flow of electrons. That is definition of switch in electronics. Remember, in computer programming, every word is related to electronics. Actually, we will not relate that and teach you because that your brains are not capable of that until or unless you know electronics. So for electronics, because you are dealing with electronic device, you are a computer programmer, means you are programming an electronic device. Remember that. Here, whatever the words you are using are related to electronics only. Every term is related to electronics. In computer programming, Java, .NET, PHP, C++, anywhere, it is electronics. So that is the reason programming terms are majority all everything electronic terms. Switch means in electronics, a switch is used to control the flow of electrons. Actually, not control, we call it as interrupt. Interrupt the flow of electrons. A switch is used to interrupt the flow of electrons. And generally, in electronics, switches are various types. Switches are various types. We have so many types of switches, like we have a push button switch, like we have a toggle switch. You have a selector switch. So we have a joystick switch. So many types of switches, hundreds are there actually. In electronics, you will have so many switches. Suppose type of switches. So in electronics, you can see this in electronics. These are all various types of switches actually. These are all various types of switches. This is looking normal, right? I will give you the technical diagram. These are various types of switches actually. Different types of switches. You can see this is the various flows. Different switch flows these are. This is all related to electronics. Right? Now, what is the point here is here, these are all different types of switches. Different types of switches are present. Actually, what is the concept is, suppose here, I will give you a simple point. Like, generally, we have like this. This is the flow, right? I'll just give a simple flow here. Usually, yeah. Now, suppose we have transparent, yeah. Suppose this is one switch related option. This is one switch. Actual concept is, suppose you see, this is called a push button switch. This is called a toggle switch actually. Toggle switch means you push here, it will continue the flow of electrons left to right. Once again push it, it will stop. Once push, it will continue. Again push, it will stop. This is called toggle. Your laptop power button, mobile power buttons, and all these power buttons are toggle because same button is used for on and off. Once press off, again press on. This is called toggle. These are toggle switches. We have actually push button switch. Push button switch is nothing but generally push button switch looks like this. It will be like this. Now you press down, it will continue. You release, it will stop. That means it will continue until you press down, just like calling bells. Until you hold down, it will be ringing, right? Alarms, bells. You hold down, it will be ringing. Once release, stop. These are called push button. These are push button switches. Now, what is a selector switch? This is important here. Actually, we have selector switches. A selector switch is nothing but usually a selector switch looks like this. So usually a selector switch looks like this. Actually, a selector switch looks like this. This is a selector switch generally. I'll just give you here. Yeah. Selector switch is nothing but generally it looks like this. You press down, it will execute the second one. You press up, it will execute the first one. This is called a selector switch. Out of two, only one will be working. Out of two, only one will be working. And when one is working, another one is not touched. Only one will be working. Another one is not touched. This is called selector switch. This is what we are using in programming. This is called as, that means we call this one as, we call this as switch. We call this as switch. And these are called as cases. Case 1 and this is case 2. Case 2. And switch will choose which case it wants. And once it selects one case, another case is never touched. That means directly it will choose which case it wants. Directly it will choose which case it wants. Then it is very easy. It will choose directly which case it wants. So then you can observe now, same program, I will modify with switch. Later I will tell you syntax. Into switch we will pass X. If case is 1, then document.write, it will print 1. Then we will break. Then if case is 2, then document.write. How to write I will tell you detailedly. So I am just giving difference and we will put break. If case is 3, so then so document.write it is 3. And if it is not matching with any default, so document.write, so enter 1, 2, 3. Like this I define. Just I configured and I keep 1 here. Let's run this same program. Open the debugger and go to the console here, source. And in the source, you see breakpoint is there at switch. And now here change it to 3. And once refresh now. Once I refresh, you can see X is 1. Now X is matching with which case? Click on step over. You can see it will directly jump to 3rd. So it is 1. Actually, it is using 1. It is not saved. I will save here. Okay. I will save this and refresh one more time. Okay. Now you can see X is matching with 3. I will see X is 3. I will click on step over. It will directly go to 3. It is not touching 1 and 2. But if I write if else, it is checking everyone until 3. But now it will directly execute 3. After that, stop. So this is finished. 3 is done. It is executed. This is better when you are using multiple cases. This is what we call as switch selector. We call this as switch selector. Now, how this is written, what are the various conditions for this, that we will see in our next example. Next session, we will discuss about that, right? In the next session, we will see how to handle examples on switch. Okay. Monday will continue, right?